So this is all the ingredients we're going to need for this video and actually another one I made, veggie burgers. So we got some Flavor God seasoning. As always, it makes everything taste good. First step, we're going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees and then wash and chop all our vegetables because I feel like it's just easier to get those out of the way at first. And I'm not a pro, so don't mind the way I'm holding the knife and chopping these. Then we're going to do the broccoli, which I hate when there's like the long stem left over on them, so I cut them as short and as close to the tops as possible. And we're going to save half of the broccoli for a pan that we're going to cook a bunch of vegetables in the oven, and the other half is going to go into the pot for the pasta dish. Just line a pan with tin foil and pile all your veggies in there, and this is like the easiest way to make roasted vegetables, and it's delicious. Next, we're going to cut and wash our green beans. Then we're going to peel and chop up a carrot, or you could just buy baby carrots like I usually do so you don't have to peel them and just chop them up. Then the onion, save for last so that your eyes don't water throughout the whole time you're chopping the vegetables. And if you breathe through your mouth while you're doing it, it helps so that your eyes don't water. Put some olive oil on top of all the vegetables, and of course, our Flavor God seasonings. I swear these are like the best things ever, and they don't have salt in them, so you can add it other places in your meal prep and not feel bad about it. And these just make anything taste delicious. You can really season them with anything you want. I just feel like these you get the most for your money. Then just mix everything up, and this was very difficult to do with one hand. Then just pop it into the oven for 15 minutes. And I just like mine a little extra crispy, so sometimes halfway through I'll mix them up and leave them in a little bit longer, but it's really just personal preference. So now onto the sauce. You're going to put it at 6, I'm guessing that's medium high. Heat up some olive oil in the pan, get all your ingredients out, and we're going to use Garbanzo bean flour today because it's a healthier version and tastes just like regular flour. And sometimes I just do like 2 scoops of that and 1 scoop of regular flour. So once you got the olive oil heated up in your pan, you can add in your garlic. I had to recruit some help to record this. So once you have your garlic in the pan, you're going to grab about a handful of chopped onions and mix those together for about 1 to 2 minutes. And then get your whisk ready and just get those all combined. Then we're going to take the garbanzo bean flour and put in 2 tablespoons of that, and then I did 1 tablespoon of regular flour. You could honestly do 3 tablespoons of garbanzo bean flour and not even taste the difference. Then just whisk everything all together until you can't see any more of the flour left over. And now for the fun part. We're going to add our almond milk, a half a cup at a time, until we reach 2.5 cups total. So just add a little bit, whisk it around. If only it went this fast when you're actually doing it. It takes a little bit of time, and sometimes I get impatient with it and will add more flour and then it gets too thick. So just go slow with it and give it some time and make sure you're combining everything well. Altogether, this whole process will take about 5 to 7 minutes, and like I said, just add some more flour if you feel like you want the sauce to be thicker, and keep on whisking. Once the sauce reaches a consistency you're happy with, slowly start to decrease the temperature of the stovetop so that the sauce can start to cool down. This is the consistency I like mine to be at. It's all, again, personal preference. Then you're going to add the sauce to a blender, and I added too much garbanzo bean flour, so I put a little bit more almond milk to thin it out. In the meantime, your vegetables will be done. Just take those out of the oven and let them cool. To the sauce, we're going to add nutritional yeast. This is like a holy grail for anyone who's eating vegan or plant-based. It gives sauces and pretty much anything a nice cheesy flavor. So you'll see this in a lot of recipes if you're trying to eat more plant-based. I put 2 tablespoons in. You could put 1, you could put 3, whatever you like. Then I add a little bit of Himalayan salt and some pepper and my lemon and garlic Flavor God seasoning. You could add some garlic powder, some onion powder, anything you like to it. I just choose to use this. This would honestly be good even if you didn't add seasonings to it, so just blend everything together until it's a nice smooth consistency, and then we're going to add the juice of half of a lemon. If you want your sauce to have more of a lemon flavor to it, you can add more lemon juice now or at the end when everything's already combined. Blend that one more time, and we're going to get our broccoli and pasta boiling. I normally use this quinoa and brown rice pasta from Trader Joe's, and I love it. It's so good you can't really taste the difference of regular pasta. Today I decided to try this Banza penne from chickpeas. Since I love chickpeas so much and we already use garbanzo bean flour in this dish, I figured it would be perfect. It has tons of protein, and I actually ended up really liking it. I think I overcooked them a little bit, so they fell apart when I reheated my meals, but if you cook them the right consistency, they taste good. And the way to know that your broccoli is done boiling is if you can stick your fork in it and it slides right off. You want to make sure you don't overcook your broccoli or else it will all crumble and fall apart. Once that's strained, just add it back to the skillet that we cooked the sauce in. And same thing with the pasta. Once that's done, strain it, add it back to the skillet that we made the sauce in with the broccoli. Then you're just going to add the sauce over the top of everything and mix it all up till it's combined. And you are done. You're going to be shocked at how good this pasta is, and you won't even believe that it's actually vegan and doesn't have any dairy in it. Separate your vegetables and your pasta into your containers, and you have lunch or dinner for the whole week. I hope this easy meal prep recipe was helpful. I'll leave the full recipe in the description box down below, and let me know what you guys think.